So Bruce, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you enjoying Supanova so far?
Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. I'm having a great time.
Fantastic. Now, before we get on to Dragon Ball Z and Captain Ginyu and everything,
okay,
my favorite character in the series, I want to talk.
Mine too, I should say. Oh yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about Edward Newgate, or Whitebeard from One Piece.
Yes.
Now, he was heavily involved in that Marineford arc, which is still my favorite arc in the series. I want to know, the latest part of the manga has really focused on him returning, well, flashback from the past. Do you see yourself more involved now? Are you happy? Are you excited? Have you started being more involved in the series again?
I have only heard basically rumors about like a return, like a flashback to his younger days. I have not seen any of this myself.
Okay.
So I've had people tell me that something might be coming, but I haven't done anything on Whitebeard in quite a while now. So if that's coming, great. I'm thrilled.
I'm glad to hear it because I being a One Piece fan for a while, Whitebeard was in his older years when he was in the series.
Yeah.
And he was a bit sick. We got to see him, still pretty cool, but we didn't see him at his peak. Are you excited to see him at his peak now, or portray him at his peak?
Oh yeah. Well, must admit I'm not sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about the manga in the series?
In the flashback, it'd be in the past.
Okay.
It'd be when he's in his younger years. It's going to be a completely. Would he have a different attitude? Do you think? Is it going to be a bit different?
Boy, I'm sorry, I really don't know. I'll be very interested to see. But, the interesting thing about Whitebeard for me was when I auditioned, when Funimation got the rights to do One Piece, everybody was very excited about it, myself included. I auditioned. I got cast as this character, Whitebeard, which is great. I was thrilled. About a week later, we did an episode. About a week or two after that, I did a video game, a One Piece video game as Whitebeard. And then I did nothing for 5 more years. Because his whole story comes much later in the series. So we started from the beginning of the series. So like in the first or second or third episode of the whole series, you see Whitebeard for a couple of minutes, and then you don't see him until like episode 450 or something like that.
Yeah, there's a big gap.
So big gap in between. So happily, I will say that that they gave me they kind of threw me some bones and gave me I was a chieftain and a medic and something like that, and some minor little roles kind of fill in between then. But I waited 5 years to do another episode with Whitebeard, so that was very interesting.
Now, we'll go a little bit more towards the other character that I mentioned earlier. So back to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Captain Ginyu.
My favorite idiot. Yes.
Now, he had a miraculous return to the series in Dragon Ball Super. It was because the movie had come out, and they were redoing the movie, but slightly different, and then out of nowhere, Captain Ginyu appeared, who was not in the movie.
Right. And I remember I was not in the movie, yes. Yeah. I remember that clearly.
And I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I honestly was in tears laughing when Captain Ginyu had returned, and he was just such a fun character to come
really
back.
He really is, yeah.
Were you happy that he had returned? Were you happy to be involved in Dragon Ball Super?
Oh yeah, it was great fun. It's just a fun character. Like I say, he is my favorite idiot of all of the anime characters that I've done. He's such a dope, but he's so loyal to Lord Frieza. He will do anything, and it's Captain Ginyu and his band of merry idiots, and it's just so much fun. And we pose and we do all of that kind of stuff. It's so silly and so fun.
Do you see him being involved again in the series? With Frieza still being alive, is it possible that he can make another return?
It's okay with me. You may know about it as much about that as I do.
Just speculation.
I kind of go where they tell me and do what they tell me to do at Funimation. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see it.
Have you been approached by Funimation to do anything new with Dragon Ball Super? I know the manga's continued, but the anime's stepped back for a bit. Or
I have not heard anything. I've not heard anything more. So, but that does not necessarily signify that there's nothing in the works. It's just we're the lowly actors. We're like the last to learn. So. I don't know, maybe.
I've been told that a couple of times today, actually.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having a sit down with me. And,
My pleasure.
Hope you enjoy the rest of Supanova.
I'm having a great time. I expect to have a great time still.